Yeah. September 11, 2009. 9/11. This is the disaster recording. But the disaster that we're talking about this time is the educational system. Teachers, parents, students, everybody involved. Different classrooms. Not a teacher, but I teach. Have taught and still do, but now the classrooms are different. Force back the patient from doctorate, from masters to novice, from professor to scholar, from teacher to college, the high school problem child. Now the students had the knowledge, and we're catching up. I've sat in labs with 22 separate experiments, conducting experiments, and a few antisocial reactions going wrong had me wondering what their parents meant or didn't mean when they had them. But the feeling is mutual, cause neither do we get to select the folks that have us, but they have us. And these are the discourses we're not having. Sitting here genetically splitting hairs, splitting atoms, when I remember taking courses about family matters, home economics, birth control, and abstinence, cause the real world out there looks nothing like our idealistic theories and sanitized classrooms. Instead of distrusting the disruptions who are fed up with the demagoguery we instruct them with, how can we pretend we're puzzled when the fact of the matter is it's disgusting the discussions we're not having? So now, I'm sitting in the back of the classroom, and I'm gonna pretend this is a bus. We're gonna role play to 60 today, students. Y'all head to the front, cause guess what? You're better than us. First, I asked one of the jocks, give me a paper on when Kobe Bryant, Barry Bonds, and Michael Vick each messed up. Cause if you're as good as they say you are and are smart enough to pay the extra money to get an accountant you can trust, these papers will be far more educational than 1 + 1. I tell them life is more than a game. And for extra credit, I asked any black athlete in the class to give me a comparative analysis on the similarities between pro ball and slavery. Second, I'd ask the Layer kid why PlayStation 3's bomb will never beat Dungeons & Dragons. Why online gaming is cool, but it's important to have human interactions. And why he's so glad he has it with that, because his parents never had it with him. And a speech about how you're gonna play it with your kid. Matter of fact, make it a poem. We got AYP and NCLB standards to meet, so I'm gonna let your English teacher the test while I test the teachers, or else they're gonna close the doors on this little recess and we're all going home. Third, I give them all homework. To sit with a different race, gender, sexual preference, religion, physically handicapped, or mental condition at lunch. Starting with the role-playing gamer and the jock. You Bandcamp, you gangster, and you the punk. Cause you can separate in the college prep and LD in here, but out there there's strength in numbers. Last, I have them all write papers about why this place matters. And I don't want the smartasses giving me papers on education system abolitionists, cause they know activism is my passion. And you can feel free to start the end school movement after you graduate, okay? I want papers about how every day is another opportunity to educate yourself or someone else. Cause some of us used to not be allowed in these 4 walls to get this, and now we can't get it cause another 4 walls won't let us out. But get this, these 4 walls could be the biggest obstacle to you, cause the real classroom has a ceiling of clouds. And sometimes it has walls of injustice and windows of misperception, but it's got a ground, and you got 2 feet. So you can always walk, wheel, or fly your way to another lesson, and that's what they taught me. That no matter how bad my pride wanted that feel-good, self-serving Michelle Pfeiffer, dangerous minds kind of conviction, that noble sacrifice of a profession, I was no teacher. I was just a lesson. Can't even call myself a good learner, but I learned. Have learned and still do. But now, the classrooms are different.